Welcome back, everybody. It is the 12th and final day of the Christmas season, and our scripture reading today starts in verse 46. After 3 days, they found him in the temple. He was sitting among the teachers, listening to them and putting questions to them. Everyone who heard him was amazed by his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were shocked. His mother said, "Child, why have you treated us like this? Listen, your father and I have been worried. We've been looking for you." Jesus replied, "Why were you looking for me? Don't you know that it was necessary for me to be in my Father's house?" But they didn't understand what he said to them. In the past, when I've read this passage, what stood out was Jesus being lost and his parents looking for him frantically. But this time I heard something different. This time what stood out was the learning that happens when Jesus is in the temple. Sometimes we have this idea in our heads of learning that there's a teacher who's an expert and they open their mouths and information comes out, and students open their brains and information goes in, and it's kind of a direct transfer that way. But in my experience, often the best learning happens in community, that students learn from each other and teachers even learn from students, and that it's something that we do together. There's a Jewish practice called havruta. Havruta is a word that literally means fellowship, but it's a style of learning where two people come together to study the Bible. Rather than one person studying on their own, two people come together, they ask each other questions, they wonder, they debate, they discuss together. And the idea is that together they have better learning than either one of them could have on their own. This has been part of my intention for this video series, that it wouldn't be just me giving information, but that together we'd have conversation, that you could offer suggestions and stories back to me or bring these questions into other places in your lives too, and that the conversation would keep going. So thank you so much for everybody who has tuned in thus far and offered me feedback and told me stories. It's really been wonderful. We have one video tomorrow left for the celebration of Epiphany. So thank you so much for sticking with us thus far in our series, and I will see you back here one more time tomorrow.